Regrouping Instruction. Hello, my name is Sarah. Thank you for joining me for this lesson. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to subtract two-digit numbers with regrouping. You will need a whiteboard, a piece of paper, or the handout available with this lesson, and something to write with. Let's get started. I'm going to write down a subtraction problem. I'd like you to copy it down. I may have 49 minus 13. Please copy this down. We're going to answer it together. If I were to subtract this, I'm going to start with the ones place value. I always start on this side. If you remember, we always circle the big number. Here, we're going to circle the 9. We'll touch on the 9 and count backward or down on the 3. 9, 8, 7, 6. 9 minus 3 equals 6. Here in the tens column, the next column we're going to subtract, we will circle the big number, which is 4, then touch and count down. 4, 3. 4 minus 1 equals 3. This is just a review, so you remember how to subtract two-digit numbers. Be sure to check your work. Let's see how to regroup when we subtract two-digit numbers. Please copy this down. 61 minus 38. When we subtract, we will always start in the ones column. That will not change. Let's see. We have a 1 and an 8. We need to circle the big number. Between 1 and 8, 8 is the bigger number. So we're going to circle the 8. But this is where the problem begins. I only have 1. And I need to take 8 from 1. I can't do that. I need to regroup. I need to borrow. What we need to do is we need to change this 1 into a new number. When we have the big number on the bottom, we have to borrow. With the big number on the bottom, we have to borrow. Borrow is when you take something from somebody. You promise to give it back, but you got to take it from somebody. In this problem, this 1 is not big enough. We are going to take this 1, which is in the ones column, and we're going to borrow from the tens. We're going to take a number from 6. This 6 is going to go down. That 6 is actually 60. We're going to take 10 from 60. So if we take 10 from 60, that's going to leave us with 50, or just 5. So this 6 goes down to a 5. This is where we add our 1 in front of the 1 to make the number 1 an 11. Now we have 11 minus 8. Instead of just 1, we have 11. Let's review that one more time. The big number 8 is on the bottom, so we have to borrow. When we borrow, we cross off the number up top. That 6 goes down to a 5. The 1 we take from it goes in front to change the 1 to an 11. Now 11 is bigger than 8. Now we can count. We'll say 11 and then count backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 11 minus 8 is 3. Once we subtract the first column, we move to the second column. Here we're going to circle the big number, which is 5, and then touch and count. 5, 4, 3, 2. So 61 minus 38 equals 23. This is brand new stuff, so don't feel discouraged if you don't really understand it. Let's do a few more problems to see how it works. Let's do 47 minus 19. Let's do this together. Between 7 and 9, we'll circle the big number, which is 9. The big number is on the bottom, so we have to borrow. You only have to borrow when the big number is on the bottom. To borrow, we cross off the tens, the number next to it. The 4 becomes a 3, it goes down. We put the 1 in front of the 7. Now that 7 becomes 17. Now we have 17 minus 9. 17, count with me, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. 17 minus 9 is 8. Next, I'll circle the 3, touch and count, 3, 2. So our answer is 28. Be sure to check your work. Let's do another problem. Let's do 75 minus 26. Let's do this together. Here, between 5 and 6, we'll circle the 6. The big number is on the bottom, so we have to borrow. When we borrow, we'll cross off the 7. The 7 goes down to a 6. And then we add a 1 in front of the 5 to become 15. So now we will do 15 minus 6. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. 15 minus 6 is 9. Next, between 6 and 2, we'll circle the 6 because it's bigger, then touch and count. 6, 5, 4. 6 minus 2 equals 4. 79 minus 26 is 49. Be sure to check your work. We have just a few more problems. Our next problem is 80 minus 43. Please copy this problem down. Let's subtract this together. Between 0 and 3, we'll circle the big number, which is 3. The big number is on the bottom, so we have to borrow. Big bottom borrow. We are going to cross off the 8. The 8 becomes a 7. The 1 goes in front of the 0 to make 10. Now we have 10 minus 3. 10, 9, 8, 7. 10 minus 3 is 7. Next, between 7 and 4, we'll circle the 7, touch and then count backwards. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 7 minus 4 equals 3. So 80 minus 43 equals 37. Be sure to check your work. Let's do one more problem. Let's do 91 minus 64. Please copy this problem down. We'll answer it together. Between the 1 and the 4, we'll circle the big number, which is 4. The big number is on the bottom, so we have to borrow. Big bottom borrow. We'll cross off the 9. The 9 goes down to an 8, and the 1 goes in front of the 1 to make 11. Now we have 11 minus 4, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Next, with 8 and 6, we'll circle 8, touch and then count. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 27. Well done. Be sure to check your work. In this lesson, we learned how to subtract two-digit numbers with regrouping. Thank you for following along.